The purpose of today's event first was to honor the lives of those who lost to overdose, and sending that message along that every life, contrary to what society believes, sometimes every life that's affected by overdose is a precious life. And secondly, to raise awareness around this issue, that it is something that's extremely painful. It's hard to mourn about and to really feel grief about because there's so much stigma and judgment surrounding it.
We know that addiction can happen to anyone. And we know that addiction affects not only individuals struggling with their addictions, but also their families and their communities as well. The government of Alberta is committed to addressing the impact of addiction and overdose in Alberta. Overdose is preventable, and your government is supporting efforts to reduce the number of overdoses in this province.
Overdose, not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, we're talking about the same population. We're talking about a population of addicts who are living lives of quiet desperation in our city. And I think it's incumbent on all of us, at all orders of government, to wrap our heads around this and stop moralizing about drug use and street drug use, and find ways to support people who are living these lives of quiet desperation with better housing and supports.
Danny, after being almost clean for more than a year, working in a wonderful restaurant, living on his own in an apartment here in downtown Edmonton, bought one more pill that he thought was OxyContin, but turned out to be fentanyl. He already, the night before, he has asked me to make another appointment with his counselor because he had a few more issues to work on. Unfortunately, he did not get this opportunity. After Danny died, and since Danny died, our family, we've had the hardest task ever, as have his friends, learning to live without Danny. But other lessons we have learned is that we don't want to be silent. We are not ashamed of Danny or who he was or what he did. We are proud of him. He was a wonderful son and brother and friend. And I stand before you today to further share Danny's story and also ask that there are things that we should do and can do to make sure that our elite club of mothers at Moms Do and our elite club of parents, there's another dad here in the audience, I know, that our club does not grow.